Good evening. Thanks for joining us on KRDO News Channel 13 at 10 o'clock. I'm Sydney Stell. In developing news tonight, Hurricane Ida made landfall today in Louisiana as one of the strongest storms to ever hit the U.S. Now, crews from Colorado are on their way to help. KRDO News Channel 13's Spencer Soisher is at CSFD headquarters, where a group of firefighters are heading to Louisiana. Spencer?
Yes, Sydney, the visuals coming out of Louisiana are already so destructive, showing the path that Ida has created. And now 45 firefighters from across the state of Colorado, including 5 from right here at the Colorado Springs Fire Department, are headed there to help. Ida is making its way through the south, a terrifying storm reaching Louisiana, the country on alert.
The storm is a life-threatening storm, and its devastation is likely to be immense. We shouldn't kid ourselves.
But on their way to help are Colorado Springs firefighters, driving 25 hours and arriving in Lafayette, Louisiana Sunday afternoon. And just like running into a fire, going into a hurricane is serious work.
Is there concerns at times? Yes, certainly there's concerns, but I would say not enough to stop anybody from coming and doing what we're going to be doing down here.
When you become a firefighter in Colorado, the likelihood that you ever respond to a hurricane isn't so great. But this isn't Andrew McConaughey's first time. He's a 28-year vet with CSFD, and he helped out in Houston after Hurricane Harvey as well.
It's not a lot of fun like people think it is, and it's pretty miserable conditions. It's hot, it's incredibly humid, and we're in full garb and helmets and tromping around, and we're typically wet and sticky.
He and the 4 other CSFD firefighters are part of FEMA's response teams, trained to help with search and rescue operations once the storm hits the area they're stationed in.
It can be kind of humanitarian type aid. We do a lot of just general searching and damage assessments, and we will go and we will physically assess every single one of those buildings, and we'll provide live updates back to the command post.
It's not a job he necessarily enjoys, but to him, it's worth it. It makes him feel good, and he wants to lend a hand.
But I think obviously the reward of trying to help these communities out and get an opportunity to impact people's lives is really the main reason why we're doing this.
And when we spoke with Andrew earlier this afternoon, he was still awaiting where they will be assigned. So they don't know where they're going yet and when they'll be back, but he says he's honored just to be trusted to help. We'll, of course, try to keep up with him for the rest of the week to see where they are. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, I'm Spencer Soisher for KRDO News Channel 13.
Spencer, thank you. We've got